All right, NBA Finals start. I was way off. Thanks for pointing that out, Mike. I said LeBron wasn't going to make it. He did. By himself.
He's here.
Like, literally, like he's wearing all
no
the jerseys.
Kevin Love.
No
you,
Kevin
you
Love.
know the one that they argue is still the all-star on his team? Not there.
Yeah. Steph, I think the finals are going to be easy. I think the Warriors are going to win 4-1.
5 games.
5 games, 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
I think
probably
1, 2, and maybe even 3. Golden State's going to take. Cleveland's going to win game 4 or 3, one of the two.
I think Cleveland comes out, wins game 3, the first game.
Just at home.
They come out on fire. I could see them maybe winning a second game. I think they can win 2 games. The cooler talk at work, if you will. It's kind of how I'm leaning. I think one game, LeBron comes out, completely carries the team, right? We're talking 45 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists, like just unreal numbers, right?
Okay.
The next one, the team actually responds to that and comes out. J.R. Smith hits a shot, finally. Kevin Love comes back, hits a couple shots.
Well, what you're going to have to do, though, if you're the if you're the Cavs, you need to withstand the third quarter.
Right, absolutely.
Because they're going to come at you and go
or you
about.
bury them so
they're going
deep.
to go about 8 for 12. I don't even know if you can bury them deep enough. Because you come out and you go 10
That's
for
true,
12, 3-point. You got a 40-point lead. You come into the fourth quarter, you got an 8-point lead now. And now you're deflated. Because you can't tell me the Rockets didn't shoot themselves in the foot mentally.
Well,
because
you go
they
for
said
27 behind the 3-point
exactly.
line. I mean.
And you're too good of a team to actually do that. Now, about 17 of them were bad shots, but the other 10 had to be mental. Had to be, we're not winning this game.
Was some of that maybe, granted, the Warriors probably win that game anyways, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like the reffing was a little crazy in that
It was
game.
early. It was definitely questionable early. But and then when you're 0 for 27 and Steph and Durant are shooting 35-footers, like almost like you're just messing around at the Y.
Yeah.
And they're going in. That's got to just mess with you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh,
the shots looking.
yeah. Especially the one where I think it was Jordan Bell just bounced it between his legs, and he's over there in the corner swishing it. I don't know who's. I'm a Warriors fan. I'm a bandwagon fan. I like a lot of. I support losers. No one's carrying around Zunes anymore. We're all iPods and iPhones. Nobody's got BlackBerry. But
Zune was better.
Maybe for the time. Where's it at now?
It's dead.
It's dead. Right. So that's going to be a whole nother show. You got any?
So let's get the NBA Finals on record. Stump, you say 5-1 Golden State.
5-1. How many? They won 5 games.
5 games, 4-1. That's my.
I'm
I'm rooting for Cleveland. I'm a LeBron fan myself, but I don't. He can't carry that team past Golden State by himself.
Golden State 4-1.
Well, watching SportsCenter this afternoon, AI is still hurt with his left knee contusion, being a baby, a bruised knee. But
Iguodala to clear.
Yeah. Not answer ain't coming out anytime soon.
But
still wouldn't help.
He is the one that guarded LeBron James all finals last year. And held him down. Do you think that's going to affect anything?
Now,
no, because LeBron wasn't held down last finals.
Well, and last finals, it really didn't matter. Iguodala was a key factor in that 2015 final, and he had a key games in 2016. 2017 really wasn't even close. Because if LeBron goes for 50,
you're still losing.
If LeBron goes for 50 and the rest of your squad goes for 30, those 4 are going to go for 20 on their own. So any team would love to have a starter. Any team's going to love to have him, and the series is going to be even easier. If he was healthy all 4, I might even say sweet. But
I mean, to be 100% honest, I think the way to beat the Cavaliers is let James let him score his 60 points, wear him out, and then shut down everybody else.
The only reason I disagree with that is because we're creatures of habit, right? And what do you do when someone's driving the whole killing you all game? You're going to start cheating in, right? You're going to start cheating in, and then he kicks it out. And when he's eating like that, usually his teammates have a tendency to hit some of those buckets.
Well, here's what I actually see. This is why I don't think it's going to be even a series, is because I think you come out and you let LeBron have 50 at half. Because you know what's happening? He is dead tired before you even show up.
Yeah.
So, like, you saw it with the Rockets. The Rockets were one of the most offensively efficient teams in the league. And in the first half, you thought they were playing the Brooklyn Nets. That Eric Gordon was getting to the hole anytime he wanted. James Harden, he did it pretty much the whole game.
Yep.
But that third quarter, it didn't matter. Even the games they lost, except for minus the one they lost by 30.
They outscored.
But every game, even the one that they ended up losing, again, I think it was game 3, they went from down 8 up 12 in the third quarter by saying, "Oh, you're done. It's our turn," because their mediocre play will somewhat keep them in a game.
Right.
And then when they turn it on, you're not going to be able to turn it up the next level. So I think you let LeBron tire himself out in the first half. You let him have 40 at halftime.
Well, and that's where LeBron has to be smart, and that's part of why he gets some of the controversy that he gets, some of the backlash that he gets, rather.
Quote, lazy on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, not even the defensive side of the ball. He's got to rest there, too, because he's all they've got at this point. But on the offensive side of the ball, sometimes when he doesn't drive and he's looking to kick the ball around, he's trying to preserve himself for later in the game. Do we see him passive-aggressive at the end of games in this playoffs? No. I mean, he's going all in at the end of the game.
Anymore. You don't have that way.
Right. He doesn't have someone he can kick it to and trust at all anymore.
I just think it's too much.
There's too much firepower.
Even
if they don't play defense.
Even if you say, you know what, the whole Cavs team is going to preserve its energy for offense, you might be good for 110. But if you're not playing defense on the Warriors, I guarantee you they're good for 140, 150.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just going off the chat here, it's pretty much consistent. Warriors 4-2, Warriors 4-4-4-1. You guys both have them at 4-1.
I think a lot of people think LeBron's got enough on his back to win in Cleveland. I actually think, and my heart's telling me more it's going to be like you said, they're going to win Game 3 just because of the moment. But there's also a big part of me leading that Golden State's going to come out. It's going to be lopsided Game 1, lopsided Game 2. Game 3 is going to be super close, but the Cavs are going to run out of gas. And Game 4, the Warriors are just going to put it in coast and say, let's take this back home. Let's take this.
Yeah.
We got 2 games in the Bay to win, or I guess 1 the way it works. But, let's win this in front of our fans. And maybe that's when they try to get Iguodala back, or they let Quinn Cook get a lot of clock. But I don't see them winning more than 1. I just can't tell you which one that one will be.
I'm going to go on record and say it's a 7-game series, but the Warriors do come out Game 7 and just lay it down.
If this would have been a Cavs team of old, and you would have had a Kyrie.
Well, it is a Cavs team of old.
Right, but if this would have been the last year,
elders.
if this had been the last 2 years, Kyrie, this would have been the last 2-year team, and they hadn't struggled, and then Kyrie got hurt, and he couldn't play, so you're basically stuck with the same matchup. I would say maybe. I'm there with you. But this is a team that has went to 7 twice. And the only reason they didn't go to 7 against Toronto is because they are mentally abusing
They're
that
terrified.
Team. Yeah, Toronto's terrified of that team.
Take
it, Canada!
And there's a reason why they fired their coach. They
Exactly.
simply cannot stop
he went to
LeBron.
Kentucky. So.
They should have got rid of some players before they fired the coach.
You can't go 7. One man can't go 7 over and over and over. And I don't think
one man will carry him. I feel J.R. Smith will finally make that money that James fought for him for last year, or was it 2 years ago?
I think J.R. Smith's more likely to get beat up by LeBron James on the court than to.
Here's where J.R. in my opinion, like I said, I could be wrong, probably will be, but J.R. Smith is one of the only few people in the leagues that is more of a loose cannon than Draymond Green. So Draymond Green starts picking on him.
He gives less to the team.
Oh, exactly. I'm just talking pure attitude. Draymond Green because if you noticed how bad of a game J.R. Smith played when he pushed Al Horford in the back, that was pure frustration.
Yep.
So I like to make a joke. J.R. Smith is Kobe Bryant if instead of Kobe Bryant getting better when he struggled, if he went crazy. Because J.R. Smith can give you 40, but he might just punch you in the face once he starts 0 for 6.
Or he might throw soup at his coach.
Right.
Hey,
I think that's going to happen here.
Isn't that how the Cavs won the series 2015 or 16?
By getting
like the Green got suspended for those 2 games.
It is.
Maybe that will be the X factor.
We're still, if I'm not mistaken, we're still quite a few fouls away from getting Draymond out, and I don't think.
I believe it's 4 technicals in a postseason.
It's 9 if I'm not mistaken, and he's got 4.
Oh, okay.
I think,
Yeah,
but I think he needs 5 more, which is very in his wheelhouse.
Oh, he could do that in 2 games.
He could do that in 2 games,
or just get a flagrant 2 and you're suspended for a game automatically, right?
Right. I don't. This team. I mean, Draymond's out. Yeah, it stinks, but that might. I don't see it being enough, but because there's no Kyrie. There's no 30-point guy to say my time.
There's not another shot creator.
Right.
Is the problem. I don't even care if they give
the
30.
guy off the bench is pretty good, though.
Korver.
Korver's good. And
he is. But, so, there's a lot of memes going around, a lot of jokes going around that Kyrie wanted to be traded, and both the team he used to play for and the team he plays for now made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without him. And that is true. But not having him is going to be both those teams' downfalls. The reason Boston lost is because when things got stressful at the end, there was no pure shooter. Yeah, Terry Rozier had a great game.
They don't have a closer.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're young.
Like Terry Rozier, like when you're that young, you're in and out. Kyrie would have been that consistency.
Yeah.
The same will go in this series. LeBron's going to give you that magic, but the other guys aren't. And the one guy that would be Kyrie. He's not there. So, yeah, it is funny that both teams made it to the conference finals without him, but at the same twist of fate,
but
he's going to be the reason.
Question, does Boston at this point, should they
trade him? Yes.
Trade him.
Yes. Absolutely.
And bring in something.
Yes. You trade him and hope you can get because you got a
better
plethora
long-term
of guard. Yeah, you get a team, a trade I would love to see. Trade him, Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns. You got your future at the big.
Does LeBron come there if Kyrie leaves?
No, LeBron's not. I don't.
Spoiler alert: Kyrie Irving traded for LeBron James to Boston Celtics.
No.
Oh no.
Well, see, nobody's trading LeBron because LeBron's got that no trades clause. He's not letting that happen. Actually, as a Kentucky fan and talking NBA, there is a little bit of beef between Minnesota and Karl Anthony Towns. I think Minnesota trades Karl Anthony Towns to the Phoenix Suns for that number 1 and that number 16, and you get a little rematch of 2015 where you have Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns on the same squad. That'll think will be the future. I don't think they're going to win a title, but I think that will be a future.